Welcome back. In this video, we'll be discussing a crucial topic for website owners and marketers, that is how to get analytics from Google Search Console every week automatically. Guys, Google Search Console is an essential tool for monitoring your website performance and analyzing issues to improve your website to get better search rankings. And guys, I'm going to show you an automation technique which is going to get the analytical data of your website from Google Search Console every week and store it in your spreadsheet in Google Sheets automatically so that you can further analyze the data and improve your website. And guys, we are going to set up this automation without any coding super simply. So let's begin. To set up this automation, we are using Pabbly Connect, which is an automation and integration tool. And this is the landing page of Pabbly Connect. And guys, from here you can sign up for free. So I'm pasting the link of this landing page in the description so that you can sign up right now. And after that, you have to log in and you can see the dashboard of Pabbly Connect application like this. From here, you have to click on this create workflow button. And here you can give a suitable name to your workflow. And after that, click on create button and your workflow page will load up. Let me show you Google Search Console. So I'm giving a name here. You can give any other name. Okay. Now click on create button. And here you can see the workflow page is here. And here you will find these two modules, the trigger and the action. So these two are the basic building blocks of our automation. Our automations are based on the trigger and action. Trigger start the workflow and the action is the automated consequence of the trigger. Okay. So here it will ask to choose the trigger application and the trigger event. So in our use case, guys, we want to get the details of analytical data of our website every week inside our spreadsheet. So first of all, this workflow should run automatically every week on a particular day. For that, we can schedule the running of this workflow using scheduler feature of Pabbly Connect. So here you will find the scheduler feature. You can just select it and then select the interval on which you want this workflow to run. So here you will find this days of the week option. You can select it. And after that, you can select any day of the week like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And after that, you can select a particular time also on which you want to make this run. And then click on save and this workflow will be scheduled to run. Let me show you all the already created workflow I have for this particular automation. You can see, guys, I have scheduled the running of the workflow on every Monday at 9 a.m. Okay. And when you click on save, this is how it will show up that this workflow is scheduled on this day at this time. Okay. After that, guys, I have used this actions tab. Okay. And in this actions tab, I have searched for date time formatter feature of Pabbly. Okay. So with the help of this, we have used an action event which is called current date. So current date is going to fetch the current date. That means the date on which this workflow is running. Okay. So guys, actually we want to get the data of the last week from Google Search Console. Okay. And for that to happen, we need to have the dates, two dates. Okay. First is from where you want to get the data and till which date you want to get the data. Okay. So we want that from the last week's date, from the last Monday, let's say, we want to get the analytical data from Google Search Console till today's date. Okay. So this current date will give you today's date. Okay. And after that, I have created another action step by just clicking on this plus icon. You can add more action steps. Let me show you here. By clicking on this plus icon, another action step will open up. And here I have searched for date time formatter again. And then I have used add/subtract time action event. Okay. And here, guys, from this current date, I have subtracted -7 days. Okay. So here I have mapped this label, this previous date time label. How I have done that? Let me show you. So it will ask to enter the date from which you want to subtract or add any date. So when you click here, the previous steps will appear like this. So from the second step, just map this date time label and it will be mapped. Then it will ask for the expression. Okay, so with the help of expressions, you can add or subtract the date using these kind of expressions. So I have put -7 days because I want to subtract 7 days from this date or the date of today. Then I have selected the formats. So it is asking to which format you want to get the date and from which format you have the date. So I have the date in this format YYMMDD and I want to keep the format as it is. So I have selected same here in two format YYMMDD. So by clicking here, you can see the formats list and select the format like this. After that, here you can see we have the save and send test request button. So you can see the current date is 21/3/2023 and the expression is -7 days. After that, guys, when you click on save and send test request button, it will give you the subtracted date from the current date. You can see the previous date was 21. I have subtracted -7 days and here it started showing 14/3/2023. Okay, that's how you can subtract the date. Now we got the 2 days that we want. So here I have added another actions tab and search for Google Search Console. And in the action event, we have used Search Analytics action event. Then after that, click on Connect button. From here, you can create a new connection by clicking on Add New Connection button. And then it will ask for signing in Google. And from here, you have to choose that Google account by which you have created this Google Search Console or you have the access to Google Search Console. And after choosing the Google account, you have to provide the required access to be given to your Google account. And after that, click on continue and you will be connected and your connection will be saved in your account. So every connection that you make with any application is saved in your account. And after that, if you want to make the connection again with the same application in the same workflow or in a different workflow, you can use your saved connection using this existing connection option. After that, it will show you the list of the existing connections that you have. From here, you can choose any connection and then click on save and you will be connected like this. Okay. Then it will ask to choose your site URL. So guys, you have to add your site in the Google Search Console and get it verified beforehand. And after that, you can connect the Google Search Console and your site URL will appear here in the drop down. And from here, you can select your site URL. And then it will ask for selecting the dimensions from which you want to get the data of analytics. So here we have all these dimensions, query, page, country. So from which device people are searching your website, you can select it from here. From which country your viewers are searching for your website, from on which page you are getting the traffic, you can all select here. Okay. After that, it will ask the start date and the end date. Okay. Start date means from which date you want to get the data and till which date you want to get the data. Okay, so here we have the start date and end date already fetched using these two steps here, the date time formatters. So here we got the date. This is the end date. The current date, that means the date on which this workflow is running is the end date, and this date, the subtracted date, is the starting date of getting the data. Okay, so we are going to map these two dates here in these two fields. For that, you just have to click here. Let me show you. Just click here on the start date field, and from this third step, the last step, where you have subtracted the current date by 7, you have to map this date. This will be the start date of getting the analytics data, and the end date would be the current date. That means the date on which the workflow is running. So map it from the second step. Okay. Then it will ask for the data state. So I want the final data state. Okay. Select final. Here it is asking for the search type. So if you want web search or images search or video searches or news searches, I am selecting web searches. Okay. Here it will ask for the row limit. So here the default value is 100. So if you select the default value, it will give you 100 results row of analytics data. I want it 50, so I have selected 50 option. Then it will ask for start row. So if you want, if you can provide the row index, okay. So if you want, if you provide 0 here, the counting will start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 49 if you are providing 50. And I have entered 1, that means it will start counting from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and it will continue till 50. Okay. Aggregation type is automatic. Okay, I have selected. You can select page wise, okay, or by property wise. Then it will ask for the search query search operator. So I am going to select equals, okay, equals, and here I am going to select the search term. I am going to provide the search term, okay. So this means when the here it is going to exactly match the search query. So this means, guys, when you put a search term here or your website address or your website name or any term, this is going to look how many people are searching the exact same term, because we have selected the operator as equals. So it is going to search how many people are searching for Pabbly Connect word, okay, as the search term, and then it will give you the results accordingly, okay. And after that, toggle this simple response button to off like this, then click on save and send test request button. Why we have toggled this off, I'll tell you. So when you toggle this off and click on save and send test request, you will get the results like this in the array of data format. So here you can see we got these dimensions and the types that we have selected, and in this race to rows label you get the exact analytics, okay, according to your selected attributes. So guys, we have toggled this simple response button to off to get this data in array form. Why we have get this data in array form? Because it is going to give us 50 rows of data, okay. So I want that all of the 50 rows of data will be sent to my spreadsheet one by one, okay. For that to happen, we have applied iterator by Pabbly feature in the next action step. So iterator is going to run this workflow one by one for all the rows that you have in this array. So iterator work on arrays only. That's why we have fetched this data in array format using this button, okay. By toggling this off, we got this data in array format so that we can apply the iterator and segregate the array in one by one form to send all the data one by one to all the rows that we have in our spreadsheet, okay. So here it will ask to choose the array. So when you click here, it will show you the previous step and the arrays that you have. From here you can choose this raise to rows array and then click on save and send test request, and you will get this data segregated like this. So here you can see the clicks that you have received on Pabbly Connect search term, impressions that you get, the CTR, then the position, and here you can see in this keys label the country in which this term is searched and the device as well. So it is showing USA, you can see USA, and the device as desktop, okay. Now guys, I want to send this data to my spreadsheet here in like this, okay. So in this spreadsheet, I want to save the country, the device, the clicks, the impressions, and the CTR, okay. So here we got the data, sorry, here like this, and here we have received this keys label in which we got this kind of data, this kind of string. This is an array function string in which we have the country code and the device name. So guys, I want this type of data to be sent to my spreadsheet in different labels. So I have used another action step and I have used array function by Pabbly feature. So what does array function will do? Array function is going to separate this data in reverse order using array reverse action event. So I have applied array function and used array reverse action event and map this keys label here from the previous step. Just click here, and from this last iterator, just click on the keys label to map it like this. Then click on save and send test request, and you will get the results in reverse order. You can see the desktop is showing up first in a different label, then USA is showing up second in a different label, and all other things. Now we got the separate labels. Finally, in the actions tab, I have selected Google Sheets application because I want to save the data in Google Sheets. Then I selected the action event as add new row. Okay. Then it will ask to select your spreadsheet's name. So when you click here, it will show you the list of all the spreadsheets that you have. From here, you can select the relevant sheet. You can see the name of my spreadsheet is this only, Google Search Console Analytics. And I selected it from here. Then it will ask for the sheet name. So I have only one sheet named as sheet 1. So it is auto-populated here. Then it will show you these fields: the country, the device, the clicks, the impressions, and the CTRs. These are the headers of the columns I have in the spreadsheet. And now you can map the data in these fields from the previous step. So let us map the data. For the country, I'm going to use this last array function. Just map the country like this. For the device, use the last array function and map the device like this. And for the clicks, use the iterator function and map the clicks. For the impressions, use the iterator function and map the impressions. For the CTR, do the same. And when you map the labels here, guys, like this, what will happen after setting up this automation in real time? Whenever this workflow is going to execute automatically, these labels will be updated and new data will be sent to your spreadsheet automatically like this. Okay. Finally, we checked our connection with spreadsheet, and by clicking on save and send test request button, you can check the connection, and this data that you have mapped here will be sent to the spreadsheet like this. Okay. So this is the same data that we got here. So this is how it is going to work, guys. So you have to set up this automation only once. After that, you do not have to do anything manually in this workflow. After that, it is going to run automatically according to the scheduled date and time that you have entered here in the scheduler. Okay. So it is going to run every week on Monday at this time and get the analytics data from Google Search Console of the last week and send the data inside your spreadsheet one by one in rows automatically. Okay. And guys, you can use this workflow as well, as I'm going to paste the link of the same workflow in the description. You can clone it in your own free Pabbly Connect account and start using this automation instantly. Guys, if you want to connect with our support team, you can email us at support@pabbly.com. You can ask and discuss your queries on our forum via this link, and you can check the pricing plans of Pabbly Connect via pabbly.com/connect #pricing. And guys, if you like our videos, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much.